Hey, welcome to Girl Talk. We are having some fun already.
We're hanging out
here at Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon. Emily's already pretty comfortable over here.
I am. This place is so relaxing. There's a waterfall behind us. I'm sitting in a zebra striped chair, and we've had coffee, we've had some donuts, we've had nice conversation, and I put my shoes up here because everybody loves them, so I thought I'd show them off.
Normally we have better manners than this because Mom taught us well. We know not to put our feet up on the table, but when you're wearing purple Prince shoes,
and they're like
sometimes
suede.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah, I had to bring them out. They're more for sitting than walking, though. I'll put it that way. They're a little high.
We all have that pair of shoes.
They're your Girl Talk shoes.
They're my Girl Talk shoes.
Girl Talk shoes.
Well, we're
I'm gonna
excited
take my
to
feet
introduce
out.
you to Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon today. We've had the opportunity to talk with Debbie Offerdahl, the owner, before, but today we are in her domain, and it's such a beautiful space. This place, every inch of it is just incredible.
You know, Emily mentioned the fountain behind us. There are 3 more around us throughout this place.
Yes, it's a very zen experience.
Right, it
Although when
is.
we walked in, there was some great music playing, and it
There
was a very fun experience.
dancing.
I think it was in the evening already. Like when we walked in, I was like, oh, it's a party. We're having a party here, but we could do that in the morning.
It's great energy. I think we're all in an extra special good mood today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's really I feel like the atmosphere you want when you come to a salon. Because I feel like for many women, you know, that's kind of part of your ritual of self-care.
Absolutely.
And you want to feel pampered and kind of like you're stepping into another world. And that's what it feels like.
Yes, also.
Men too, they do everything here.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things about this place is not only is it stunningly beautiful and classy and all of those great things like we just mentioned, but it's also not pretentious. And that is one of the things that I can't stand about going to a salon.
Yeah,
Right.
I agree. All the staff here, you walk in and they just say, hey, you know, like you're part
Right.
of the family. There's no looking down noses at people around here, which is very nice.
No.
You can even put your feet on the
You can
table.
even, and I don't know, maybe Debbie don't want
Don't tell Debbie that we were doing but we're going to have
Worth it for
a
the
great
shows.
chat with those folks later in the show. We've got a few other great topics today. So if you are a hunting fan, which
Or a dog fan.
or a
Or
dog
dog
fan, good point.
Clearly, Ellen is, she just got,
I've
Few
been on a roll
dog
this week.
fans on this panel, if you
Yeah.
haven't noticed. We're going to talk about Sporting Dog Adventures. It's such a fun show, and there's been sort of a movement in these like regional hunting shows. Have you noticed? It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But
Right.
that's because there's so much fun. It's the personalities, it's getting outdoors, it's family.
It's the dogs.
It's
the dogs. But this one, yeah, it's definitely the dogs. And they do all kinds of like community outreach too and education, and they have all kinds of aspects of what they do. And it's on TV on our station, so that's really exciting. Now
Well,
we
it's
got to
such a
meet the
big
face.
part of the culture, I feel like, in the Midwest that it is a big part of families and a lot of things that families get out and do together. And
The show that we'll be talking about is Sporting Dog Adventures, and it does air on our station on Saturday and Sunday mornings. We're actually going to get to meet the host, Jeff Fuller, and that'll be pretty neat.
Yeah, he does a little
He's
bit
a
of
fun guy.
everything, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
and no stranger to TV, so I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
Right, yes.
So on the line, we're kind of flip-flopping topics. We're talking about pampering yourself, hunting, and then we're going to talk about luxury. So we've got the full gamut of things going on today, but you may recall Zenith Hospitality. They're going to talk to us a little bit about limos, private jets, valet parking, travel, all of the things that we love to experience in life.
I used to think of them as just a limo kind of service, but they are really, really so much more. Event planning. Now, if you have an idea, I'm kind of in this group. I always have great ideas, but they'll do the planning if the planning part sounds a little not up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, time can get away from you when you have a great idea for an event and, well, I've got a few months to plan it, and a month goes by and you haven't sent out invitations or done anything. Like, I've been in that boat before, and usually you can pull it off, but it's really nice to have some help from a friend. Right?
absolutely.
I think you have done that before and pulled it off.
Thank you.
But maybe next time
She's
you
the
can
planner of the
have a
group.
few extra
But
touches.
it's stressful, so it's nice to know that there's those folks out there that that we've gotten to meet because of the show that could give me a hand in that. So, because it can always get better. I mean, a party really can always get better. It really can't get worse. It can
I
always
feel
get
like that's like your motto in life, Emily. The party can always get better. Well, the show's also going to get better. We've got more coming up
Nice
for
job.
you right after the break. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are at the Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon today, and we're just having a wonderful time. It's such a great atmosphere in here.
We had to turn off the great music.
I know, we were like
film, but we were-
dancing, we
yeah.
were partying, and that's something that our next guest can help you do too. This is Eric, he's with Zenith Hospitality Group. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
So now I feel like I have to give a little bit of an explanation. Not only are you a fun person to hang out with, but you also help people with events. So that's that explanation there. He'll help you guys have a good time. So tell us a little bit more about Zenith Hospitality Group and everything that you guys do.
Yeah, so we're all about experiencing the height of luxury for people who want to have a really good time. And Zenith Hospitality Group kind of encompasses a few different things.
Sure.
One is limo service. So whether you are just looking for a private shuttle for you and somebody else to different events, it could also be you and a group of friends or ladies of a group of 10 to 12 of you that want to get a nice limo to have a great night on the town. Also, Zenith also takes care of, does valet service.
Okay.
So whether it's a small event, a large event, a wedding, whatever the case may be, just adding the touch of valet. And I think that's something some people don't even think about, or even if that's available just for anybody. And that's one of the things we do. But we also do travel. So if anyone's looking to kind of get away, whether it's for a weekend or for a week and a nice all-inclusive place, we can take care of that. But we also do event planning as well as wedding planning for those that might be interested. But one of the other things I'll add really quick too is also private jet. Another thing that some people don't always think about, but like you can actually get a private jet to a little event. Yeah, and especially with football season coming around right now, somebody wanting to fly from Madison to Green Bay in a private jet, we can take care of you.
Wow. So
That's
fun.
so many long, beautiful lists of fun things that you offer. Thank you. It's so
Truly the
exciting.
height of luxury, all
Yeah,
those things.
Absolutely. And you go ahead and just take care of, you listed all of the events kind of that you've been involved with it that you can offer to people. What would you say at this time of year, you kind of mentioned football, that's exciting for people if they have an event in mind, if they have a typical fall thing that they do, throw a few out there that you want to suggest to people in case they haven't thought of them before.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things you can think of right now is just any event you've ever been a part of, whether you've planned it or have not planned it before. And that's something that we can actually take care of. Now, some people do really enjoy doing the planning aspect of it, but to some, that can become very, very stressful. And so no matter how small or how big it may just be like, hey, I just want to get a dozen or two of us together to put a football party together. Or it could be like, hey, I'm looking for to put on a quinceañera, or hey, we're looking for a wedding, or, we're trying to plan a wedding and I need help with that. As small or as large it can be, whether it's an anniversary. Events and different types of events happen throughout the year, whatever the case may be, and we can help take care of that.
Yeah. I mean, people think, I think often limos, they think about, oh, a limo you only get for weddings or something, and that's not the case. I mean, when you mentioned quinceañera, I got a limo for my 8th grade graduation. It's something I'll never forget. I mean, the pictures, it was such a special, first time ever in a limo, of course, but it was so special. So I like that you kind of reach it out there for any event possible, kids too.
Yeah, my nephew not too long ago wanted for his, I think, 8th birthday party. It was
Nice.
for him and his friends to have like a little limo ride. And that was something, we
Such
can
a
take
treat.
care of. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And we recently got to take a ride in one of the limos. There's plenty of room for your friends or your favorite Girl Talk hosts if you ever want to go ahead and get a
Oh, right,
limo.
we're just like invited
Don't
on
forget
this.
your girls. That's right. And I love the idea of doing the valet too, because I think sometimes people struggle for ways to kind of, put those extra touches on an event. And that's one that people wouldn't think of, but what a classy way to just make your event that much more special.
Right.
We've got just a few seconds left, but what do you think are some of the key things that set you apart from maybe other hospitality groups in the area?
Yeah, I think one of them is the fact that Zenith within itself can take care of a lot of different things. So it's like, hey, we have a wedding coming up, or we want to go away on vacation, but I'm looking at travel, transportation, I'm looking at the planning aspect. I need vendors. We can kind of try to encompass all that even within Zenith Hospitality, but even if we can't take care of it, we're going to find a way to take care of it for you.
Yeah. Plus, you've got some great outfits. He's always dressed to the nines every time we see him.
I try.
Always. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Zenith
Appreciate it.
Hospitality Group. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk right after this.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're on Monona Drive at Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon. This is our first time here. We're going to take a little tour. We'll bring you along with and learn a little bit more. But right now, we're talking about a television show called Sporting Dog Adventures TV. Now, this is a show that features sporting dogs, and it's created for the people that love them. Now, with us is the host and executive producer. How cool is that? Jeff Fuller. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And you said kennel cleaner should also be added to the...
Yeah, I'm host as well as kennel cleaner. It's a professional
a
title
big
that I
job.
take very seriously.
Should, it's a
job.
very important job.
He does it all. Tell us about this program.
Well, as far as our show, it's a program that is for the whole family. It's magazine format where we have different segments. We do everything from hunting in the field to giving dog training tips to cooking segments, as well as youth segments.
Wow, that
so
does cover a
much.
lot, and definitely for people that love their dogs.
That's amazing. So there's a little tidbit of everyone who might be interested in every little thing to watch your
Right.
show. It sounds like cooking, dogs, people, everything. Tell
So
me
is it cooking for the dogs? Cooking for the
You know
yeah,
what they
good
do?
question.
They are part of the cooking. You'll see them there, and they do probably get to sample some of it.
I bet they love that part. They're probably lining up being like, can I be the one in this segment, please?
Most of them end up looking like they ate a tennis shoe and they got the shoestrings hanging out of their mouths. But yes,
The hanging drool that
Exactly.
everyone loves. Yeah, exactly. Tell me a little bit more about the particular dogs that are in the show, in the stars.
well, we have our Labrador Retrievers that are from our kennel, Sagi Acres Retrievers. Generally, we focus on our males. We've got my male Rommel, Pickett, Pappy, and then we've got a new dog named Ace, as well as Ruger. And those dogs go with me all over the country, as well as to our lodge that we're opening up in Horicon Marsh.
Oh, wow. So they have their own little, I just pictured these little star trailers with like their little mirror and like everyone has their own little, yeah. Get the hair done, the groomer shows up. I'm just kidding. It's just a nice visual.
No, they've been to spas. I've had one that
Good.
we went to a spa in Arkansas and we got his nails done and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, and then he
Pampered.
went out and hunted the mud the next day. So it
Yeah,
was
that's
great.
how they like to do that. They get too
Truly
pretty and smelling
pampered.
too good, and then they have to go get in the
Yep.
real stuff. Yep.
Yeah. So how did you get started in the dog and the TV industry?
I used to be in law enforcement. I was a sergeant in the city of Muskego
Okay.
over by Milwaukee and got injured and had to retire. And always wanted to make dogs my future when I retired, and my future came a lot earlier. So
Sure.
I just have kind of taken opportunities and ran with them. And now we have a TV show that's one of the largest in the country,
Right.
as well as on Madison TV. And we also have a hunting lodge that we've built all around our dogs.
Wow.
That's so amazing. And
It is.
especially I feel like this group right here, we're all such dog lovers. What a fun job. You must have the most fun.
It is fun.
Jeff, keeping it family friendly is something that's important to you, and you do incorporate your own family. How do you do that?
Well, I've got 3 boys. They are soon to be 17, 15, and 12. And the
Oh.
kids go on some trips with us. They also do youth segments with us. And they are a big part of my life, so we make them a big part of our show.
Including conservation, you do some work with that too, or?
We do conservation segments, and we try to teach people about all aspects of the sport, especially conservation, because that's what keeps it around for the next generation.
Right, and that next generation is so important.
I love that.
That's great that you include everybody. Tell me, you mentioned you built a hunting lodge around the dogs primarily to use as a kennel, Sagi Acres Retriever Kennel, is that correct? Tell me a little bit more about that, where it's located and how it works.
Well, our kennel is down in Delavan, Wisconsin,
Okay.
and we
Nice
sell
area.
Labrador Retriever puppies and do training out of there. And then we bought a property up in Beaver Dam where we were going to actually have full service 5-star hunts for waterfowl and upland where people can be there and be part of the show.
Oh, that is such a great offering.
What a fun
Wow,
experience.
no kidding.
Really once in a lifetime thing maybe
Yeah,
for some
and
folks.
to provide the ability to be part of that hunting group with someone who already knows how to do it and part of the show and the added excitement, how much fun.
It's a rough life. I had to do it.
Dog's life.
There you go.
Quick before we go here, obviously I'm sure you guys are super excited for this hunting season. What are your plans?
Well, right now I actually got to go up and we've got to get stuff ready for the lodge, and
Cool.
then my trips start, and it sounds fun, but I'm only home about 8 days in September and probably about 8 days in October where I'm actually at my house because I'm traveling and on the road the whole time. And it's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work as well.
Right.
Alrighty. Well, Sporting Dog Adventures, you can find it on our channel Saturday morning at 9, Sunday morning at 9:30. This is Jeff, who's the host and executive producer. Thanks, Jeff, for coming in today.
Thank you for having me on, ladies.
Alrighty. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, welcome back to Girl Talk. We have been having a lovely time here at the Ultimate Veritas Spa Salon, and we've promised you that we're going to have a great time with the owner, who is Debbie Offerdahl, and she's here sitting next to me. And also Casey Clark is joining us today, master designer, and I'm so glad to be here. You guys have been such great hostesses. Thanks for having us.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm so honored for Girl Talk to come here. You guys are amazing. I love the
thanks.
energy with all you guys. You're awesome. Thank
Well,
you.
the feeling's mutual. We're having a day today, finishing each other's
wavelength.
sentences. Yes.
Yeah, it kind of some interesting things going on.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the energy in this room, in this space, this is just a beautiful space. If you've not been, I certainly have, and have loved every minute of it. But today we're going to talk about some things that I know you're going to be interested in at home. Obviously, fall is upon us, and there's actually a fall fashion week. I didn't know there was a spring and fall until just a moment ago. Debbie told me that, but let's chat about that. Where is it held?
Well, Fall Fashion Week and Spring Fashion Week are usually held in New York and Milan, are the two biggies. And what happens there is all the designers from hair, makeup, jewelry, clothing all get together and they produce what's new, what's hip for fall, short, long, makeup, I mean, all of the things. And so what we do, I mean, they're very exaggerated. If you watch those fashion shows, you're like, I would never be caught dead running or doing that.
They're wild.
They're wild.
sometimes, yeah.
But the underlying, fashion statement is there. And every year, designers, the top designers in the world, you've got them all, coming together, which is really kind of cool. And they put that together, and we take it and we pare it down for the normal natural beauty, the Veritas, the true beauty within. And we help it work for people. And this year, there's a cool new trend, is long hair is really an emphasis.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I know that like how you're wearing it, all you guys are doing it right. You're all doing it
Thank
right.
you.
Yep.
I
So-
imagine you might have some tips, though, and I want to kind of reach out to you, by the way, to say thank you again for having us. We've had
welcome.
such a lovely time here today. And some of the things that you're going to see in Fall Fashion Week or on television or in movies of the celebrities and how they do their hair, thank you for bringing those edgy things here to the Midwest, because we're the last
to
in
know.
the list. We're
Right.
last in the list.
I call we get Fashion Pony Express. Yeah, Midwest. Seriously, no. What's happening in LA and New York, we don't get it for like 8 months. People don't start consumers wearing it.
We're always behind.
But
it's
we're ahead
simple.
because we come here to Ultimate. So that's
Thank
really
you.
great for us
Thank
to know.
you.
Thank you for bringing it. So there's a couple things, like if you saw someone, a celebrity that you love their hair or in Fall Fashion Week, you could recreate that here, and then you could
Easily.
you could help us learn how to do it at home. Can you kind of walk us through how that works?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we can kind of customize a cut color for you depending on how much time you want to spend doing your hair. Super easy tips for curling it. Really like natural, long, wavy hair center parts are super popular.
You got that
Long-
going on. It looks great.
I'm so glad about
does.
that. So I
Yes.
can move mine back center because I've been waiting for this day.
Oh my gosh, it's
Okay.
It's now the big ring.
Okay, good.
Huge. Good.
Yep.
long bobs or the wob, they call it long wavy bobs.
The wob.
Yeah.
Learning new
all
things
different
every day.
lengths from long to short.
Okay, the wob. I like it.
And the color is a blonde and a brunette mixed, which is called a blonde.
a bronze.
So a bronze,
We're making
a
up
little
new
bit of
words
both.
here. I
Yep.
love it.
Lots of rich, dark browns and kind of burgundy reds. Dirty blondes are coming back.
Oh, good.
Kind of bronzy blondes.
Yep.
One of the things that you said, Casey, is that you actually are going to ask the question of how much time you want to spend on your hair. And that's really important for a lot of us, especially moms out there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And everyone's busy. So some people really love spending time on their hair, and some people are just glad if they get out the door and it's not still wet.
Right.
Yep.
And take a
Right,
shower
right.
and
Yeah.
wash it.
But that's what
get
we're
through
here
those
for, because seriously, there are so many little
There's
ticks and,
nothing like a
trick-
good haircut. That's
Yep, right. And
it's
there's
going
so
to
many
grow out
tips and
well.
tricks.
It's going to be easy for you.
Yep, we can show you tricks, and we can help you style at home. I think I went on and did a little kind of that corny explanation, what I do. Literally, I set my hair. It takes me 10 minutes. 6 bobby pins. You got them right here.
That's amazing.
Okay,
To
and we
look like
teach you
that.
how to do your hair. I can
And
do that
this can
when
last
you have
for
gorgeous hair.
days.
That
Really?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And what's cool is I pin it up, and that way I can run around, I can do my errands, I can clean my house. If 10 minutes before I'm gonna have to get ready for my guests or I'm going out, I pull it out, tip my head upside down, run
Shake
my
it
hands.
out.
We can show you how to do it.
That's
It's
really
easy.
gotta
incredible.
learn
So
that.
you only need to do basically 6 curls.
Correct.
And when we came in, Debbie's hair was pinned up, and I thought that was your hairdo.
It looks
looked
lovely.
so cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Yeah.
probably go to
Lovely.
the grocery store like that, no one would be the wiser.
Right.
But then all you
embarrassed my
do-
son a lot when he was little. So.
We'll take the shower cap off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. So
But then you just kind of shake it out, and this is what you get. So I need to learn this trick. 'cause
I'll
it's
teach you.
incredible.
Super easy.
yep. So
I want to make sure that we talk a little bit too about some of the trends coming up because we only have a couple minutes
Yep.
and fall is upon us.
Right.
And I know you guys have some great trends outside of just hair.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about makeup trends.
Oh, I love makeup. I'm a professional
Me too.
makeup artist. Worked with film, television, and different arenas. It's different what you see in magazines. I mean, a lot of that's airbrush. So, ladies, there are so many simple, natural tips. Fall color is a natural palette. Less is more.
Yeah.
Matte, matte, matte. Go to the
Matte
matte for
lip.
fall, especially
Okay.
for lipsticks. And here's a little tip, ladies: is when you're choosing your lipstick color that's best for you, go try on some different tones. And any lipstick color that makes your teeth look whiter, that's the right tone and family and color for you. Any lipstick color that makes your teeth look more yellow, don't buy it.
That's such a great tip, and it makes me want to go like this because I didn't check this one.
Which lipstick did I choose this morning? I don't know.
But I love love that idea because, of course, that's the point. You want to kind of look brighter and have the
Totally.
white, sparkling smile,
Yep.
and that's a great way to choose a lipstick. And I love that matte is back. I
Oh,
also
yeah.
Yeah,
love
you
fall.
do. You wear matte well.
We can
Fall
give
is a
you
good one.
really easy, quick makeup, 5 minutes.
Does that come in the form of like a consultation? I heard that you do these, they're free. How does this work? Fill us in
I mean,
quickly.
honestly, like when you get a haircut, you have a consultation, shampoo, massage, style, or cut style, and we'll teach you how to style. And we can certainly talk about makeup and stuff then. You could also make a consultation appointment just for
Just
makeup
the
if you
consultation.
wanted to.
Oh,
And you
okay,
just come
okay.
in, and it's free. You just give it,
That's so
book an appointment.
great.
We take
Yeah.
about
We can teach you how to
15
do
to
it.
30 minutes with you, and it's completely free.
I love
so
that
you can
because
kind of like,
how many
you know,
times have you gone to a salon and it never looks that way again
Never.
from the day that they styled it? We got to go, but you guys are so great.
Thank
you
you.
for having us
Thank
here.
you,
It's been
ladies.
lovely. I've learned
You're welcome, and
lots
thank you
from
guys. You guys are awesome.
Oh,
I love
thank
your show.
you. Lots of love here on Girl
Yeah,
Talk.
that's right.
We got to go, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.